Alright, today we're going to be tearing into the front end on an Arctic Cat 500. This is going to be the 2002 model, but you're going to have the late 90s to early 2000s, the 400 and the 500 that are going to be identical to this. First thing you're going to want to do, we're going to replace this drive shaft with a good used one. Both joints, both boots are ripped. One of the joints are bad, so we just decided to replace it with a good used one. Joints and boots are in great condition, so grab a 17mm impact, socket there with an impact, and we'll remove this rim and tire here. There'll be 4 lugs, and then you pull the tire off there. Next thing you're going to have, you're going to see your front hydraulic caliper here, and then you're going to have a bolt here with a cotter pin through it. I'll grab a pair of side dikes and straighten this cotter pin out the best that you can. And a lot of times, like this one here, it'll break off, and you know, it definitely, well, this one broke off right at the end there, so we could reuse this one. A lot of times I'll replace them, especially if they have been used a couple of times already. So gonna pull this cotter pin all the way out there, try to get as straight as you can to pull it all the way through. And then for your caliper there, you don't actually need to take the hose off there. I'd suggest not, otherwise you're going to be bleeding those brakes. So to remove the actual caliper there, you've got a 10mm, you can just turn your tire that way. I jacked up the front end so both sides will turn when we're pulling things apart here. And we'll go ahead and zip the top and the bottom one off there. And to replace the brake pads on this model, what I like to do is pull the front brake reservoir cap off. So that's right up at the handlebars on the left-hand side. Pull that cap off of there, and that way your fluid can be pushed back in there. If your pads are bad, what you can do is, while the pads are still in there, I take a screwdriver and kind of twist these pads out, pushing these pistons back into the actual caliper there, and that'll give you space to put your pads in and then slide it over your disc here. To pull the pads then, what you do is straighten out this cotter pin here, pull this pin out, and those pads will just drop right back down. They got kind of a V on the top there, so putting the new ones back in there, you just kind of push them up in there and slide this pin, well, I guess it goes in this way, slide this pin in this way here, and then put that cotter pin back in there. Again, replace it if you need to, especially if it's been used a time or two. I'm going to take, we've got a zip tie here. I don't know that it's stock, but that'll allow me to kind of twist that caliper out of the way a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to set it up there. Next thing we're going to do then is pull this this nut off of here. And this is 1 3/16 inches, so it's a larger nut there. Go ahead and slide it off. Now underneath of this is a O-ring here in between the axle and the hub here, and a lot of times this will kind of hold people up. This actually looks like what they did was just put a liquid gasket in there, which is not stock. A lot of times there's an O-ring in there, and it's sometimes a bit of a challenge to pull these out when that O-ring is holding us up. So this time, like I said, just liquid sealant. I've never seen that before, but to each his own. It should have an O-ring in there. Now to replace the wheel bearings, we'll pull this knuckle off, and then those wheel bearings will just slide out of there. For this job here, we've got our cotter pin in the back. This is holding the tie rod on there. We're going to straighten out that pin there. Use the side dikes you can, kind of tap on the other side, and then just pull it out of there. We've got the cotter pin there. So then back to the 17mm, slide it on. And now you can see there, hopefully you can see, but the top of that tie rod spins at the same time. And so then you got to grab a wrench, and I believe that's probably a 12 or a 14. That looks like a 14 here. Slide that wrench up, and then loosen up that tie rod there. That tie rod then will just tap up there. If it doesn't tap up, what you can do is I don't like using pickle forks. Some people would suggest using a pickle fork at this point. Problem is with a pickle fork is you'll ruin these boots there every time. So I don't like using the pickle fork. I take a a crowbar or something to kind of put in between these two, and then I'll take a hammer and I'll tap on the knuckle here. And I might have to do that with these, so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about there. So we've got the top and the bottom, and those will just come right out of there. And it looks like these are just gonna, or at least this one's just gonna slide out of there. So grab a plastic mallet here, or a rubber mallet, and there you go, slide it out. Now wheel bearings are here. I don't remember if these are one or if there's two in there slid together. So you got seals on either side. All right, we have got the axle ready to come off now. I like to try to pull this out as straight as possible. Sometimes what we do, and I'm going to do this now because I'm going to replace these bushings as well. I'm going to undo this shock bolt here so I can get a straighter pull out of it. Got a 17 millimeter, probably a 13. All right, we're able to pull that bolt off of there. As you can see, this is the bushings in here are bad. So to replace those then, and they're just gonna crumble, but there's a seal, supposed to be a seal on either side. A lot of these Arctic cats have this problem where the seals just kind of crumble. You've got your metal bushing in there still, but it's just two seals coming in from either side and a bushing that slides in the center there. I'll do a separate video on that. Now I'm gonna try to push this up and out of the way so that we can get a straight pull on this axle out of here. You just slide it out. We're gonna have a little bit of oil dripping out of there, so we're gonna grab a rag, push it up in there. Make sure you got a clean rag. Push it in there to hold that oil while we get this other axle ready. Make sure splines are cleaned off of this axle, and then to put it back together, just slide that axle back in. You might have to tap it either with your hand or with a rubber mallet. Then put our knuckle bolts back in there. Obviously our shock back on here. Tie rod, slide that back down, and then don't forget that cotter or that keeper there that runs through there. And then you've got your knuckles on there, and don't forget your nut there with your cotter pin running through that axle. Whoops, obviously don't forget this as well. So that is the order of putting that back together. If you have questions, let me know. If you've got comments or videos that you'd like me to do more of, especially on this Arctic cat here, or anything, just let me know. Leave that in the comments below. Please subscribe if these videos have been helpful. Thanks a lot.